Hi guys, so I've got all my utensils in front of me. I've got a small jar, a toothpick and some kitchen roll because I suspect this is going to get messy. I've got my coconut oil, I just got this tub from Superdrug, a small teaspoon for getting some of that out, and my activated charcoal capsules. So I don't even know what to start with. I'm going to start with the activated charcoal because I know this is going to be messy. So I just kind of like twist these to break it a little bit. And then kind of try and unscrew it, although you might be as well getting a pair of sharp scissors so that you're in a bit more control of when it opens. So I think one's actually going to be enough to get a decent amount to experiment with. So that is the contents there of one activated let's just go for two, why not? I didn't make nearly enough of a mess opening that one. I need to open a second one. Ooh. Oh, these make me so nervous. Right, that one does not want to open. I don't know why. Let's try a different one. That's more promising feeling. There we go. The other one just kept folding and twisting. And I did make a mess, so that at least makes me feel like I've been doing this properly. So that's the two capsules in there. So next I'm going to try adding the coconut oil. I understand this melts pretty near room temperature, but I've never really worked with it before. So I'm going to start with a small amount just because I've never tried this and I don't know what I'm doing. So just got it on my teaspoon and I'm going to scrape it off with my toothpick and spill charcoal all over my table. I'm not going to try and hold this up for you guys to see because I've already made such a mess. I think I maybe should have kind of melted the coconut oil, or just kind of mixed this in a much bigger container that has sides that are taller than this. So what I'm looking at just now is it's mainly powdery with some kind of clumps in it. It's kind of like when you're trying to combine butter and flour if you're making a cake. I'm going to go and try and melt a little bit of that coconut oil. Okay, do you like my little cupcake jug? This was the only small enough jug I could find in my kitchen, and I now have some melted, so let's try again. So that's unstunningly enough mixing much easier, and it's making much more of a pasty substance that looks like it would spread on your eyes. So it's looking a tiny bit liquidy, which unfortunately means I'm going to have to try and get another capsule open. I don't want to leave this too runny because I don't think it'll set very well if there's too high a percentage of the coconut oil in this, because coconut oil does melt at kind of skin temperature. Let's see. Okay, so I've put about half of that capsule in just to see how we get on. And in fact, I'm just going to put in the rest of that oil that I melted in the rest of that capsule, and you know, if this does work, at least I've cut down on waste by just making the full batch. Okay, I feel like I still have too much oil in this. Let's keep going. We're now on my 4th charcoal capsule. But I am getting better at opening them, so there is that. So let's just kind of show you what we're working with just now. Isn't that so pretty, and don't you want to put it on your face? Okay, I'm going to get my eyeliner brush and we're just going to see what happens. I'm also going to wipe my hands on a towel. So I've got my Real Techniques liner brush, and so it's a bit of a smoky liner at the moment. It's not the most pigmented, and there's also kind of bits flying off. Let's try one more capsule, and then if it doesn't work, I might abandon this experiment and look for other recipes. So this is getting pretty full now in the jar, so I'm back to being careful with my mixing. See, now that is a bit blacker, but I'm going to be honest with you, it's also really gritty and I do not want to put it near my eyes. I think I have a tiny drop of melty oil left. So let's see if we can get this to a workable consistency, because I do want to try this and I've seen more than a few tutorials online talking about it. But at the moment, I'm just not buying it, or I'm continuing to buy it, basically. I'll be going to the shops and getting other people to make eyeliner. So no. For me, to be honest with you, this is a fail and I'm not even going to try and put it on my face, because I like proper defined vintage liner. I tend to use liquid liner. I think if you were looking for like a smoky effect liner, this would be great. But for me, I just want to clean up all the mess. And I just put my hand down on a table and it transferred, which is also not good. Let me see, which one was the first one? I think this was the kind of first. So, yeah, that's, I mean, that's good no staying power. And as you do that, you can feel the gritty bits in it as well, which I can only imagine would be very unpleasant when you're taking your... I just smeared it on my table. I can only imagine would be very unpleasant when you're taking your eyeliner off. So for me, I will be continuing to buy my eyeliner from the shops. I will not be DIYing it. I had high hopes for this. I'm so gutted. But if you have any ideas of what you would like to see me trying to DIY next, leave your comments down below and I will get back to you. I'm going to go and wash everything, just everything.